It's February 2025. Now, what a lot of people don't know about me, primarily the people who are new to me and my story, is that I've been, for example, whistleblowing, exposing, fighting for truth, justice, freedom for over 25 years. This all began for me in the late 1990s. And my efforts then cost me the woman that I married. Fast forwarding, my latest efforts in Calgary, Alberta, Canada cost me everything else. And now I'm living in the aftermath of this, trying to survive, trying to keep warm during the winter, fed, pay the few bills that I have, and still having concerns with some mechanical issues with my vehicle. And when I see, for example, these useful idiots, for example, with the convoy, the protest of rubber, and how so many people praise them to be so-called heroes, it's mind-numbing. Everything that I've talked about with regards to my history, my efforts, who I was, and how I'm living now, I've shown a plethora of receipts for, which also includes a plethora of receipts showing what real injustice and tyranny looks like. Evidence. And these other people have provided nothing. What I find really, really mind-numbing is when I ask people to show evidence of their story, it really triggers them. And for example, with this latest individual, James Sowery, or whatever his name is, I've asked people, has anyone looked at the conviction, the ruling on paper? Why was he convicted? What does it state? Because that'll be very telling on if people should actually continue to support him or not. And I've even furthered that by asking, for example, trial transcripts. Has anyone reviewed the trial transcripts to know what took place during the trial, his trial, to see, for example, what evidence was given, whether it be through witness or physical evidence? And just asking those questions alone really, really triggers people. And that is a sign that people have been brainwashed, psyoped, manipulated, controlled, when their emotions take over. And people start to ridicule, attack, ignore, block, and even get booted out of pages and groups. And that doesn't bother me, it really doesn't. But what does bother me is how society is overall, and how people, I don't even know how to describe it, are pretty stupid in who they select that they will help and support. Again, I've stated this, how people will help and support guilty people, but not innocent people. And throughout my life, for over 25 years, everything that I've endured, everything that I've done with my efforts, whether it be have to do with whistleblowing and exposing sex trafficking of women, vulnerable women, to politics, to things that I've learned on the path that I've walked in life that pretty much everyone has never done. At best, they might have heard rumors and 10th generation stories, but never firsthand. And I've tried to offer information, again, to edify people. And people don't care. They would rather support useful idiots. And I say that with respect, believe it or not. Because these people, they drank the Kool-Aid. They took one extra step than everyone else, and everyone else says, look it, we should follow them, they're leading by example type of thing. No. People have been duped. They have been duped by, for example, protests, marches, and everything else. And then duped by these useful idiots. And most of these useful idiots cannot even see that they're being played. Now, there's an old school term I'm sure many haven't heard in a long time, if you're old enough to remember. These people are being played, and their supporters are being played. And all I've been trying to do is highlight and say, hey, wait a sec. Here's how to even see that you've been duped. But it's very, very difficult when you have people's emotions being triggered. Now, this James Sowery guy, his matter was scheduled for February 10th. Apparently it's been adjourned to February 24th. And reading the comments to his post on his page, it just shows how ignorant people are, especially his supporters. And these supporters are the ones that supported the protest of rubber, the convoy. It just shows how ignorant they are. They have no clue what they're talking about, yet they're wanting to be heard with nothing to say. This is a problem. People think they know something, they don't know anything, and that is a problem. And as I was saying before, over the many years, I never whined and complained. In the over 25 years, I kept pushing forward and doing what I do. I've shown receipts of that. I've shown receipts of everything. Unlike these fake heroes, false prophet types. I've never whined and complained. These people not only whine and complain, but they cry. And I've stated this past year a lot that I have regrets on trying to help the commoner. In fact, I'd even go as far to say now that the commoner deserves everything that's being imposed on them. And as I said in my last video, this is what they want. They fight for it. So am I going to keep trying to help the commoner and share information? Probably not. Not worth it. Not too long ago, I shared some information about how medical professionals, for example, are deliberately misdiagnosing people. I've had some people come back and say, oh yeah, we already know this. No, you don't. You've only heard about this. You haven't met somebody with first-hand knowledge, with evidence. Nobody seems to care. They just keep chasing carrots. They're dangled in front of them. The next sparkly thing that is given to them to go after. But it's very disappointing to see how society helps those who don't deserve it. Now, am I saying that, yes, I'm someone deserving and I'm all a saint? No. But everything that I've done and everything that I've sacrificed must have some value to someone. I'm not forgetting the people who have stood by me all these years, even new people who've come into my life supporting my efforts and trying to get my story out. I thank these people, but unfortunately it just falls on deaf ears. Really just wanted to highlight something that many people don't realize, that I've been at this for over a quarter century. I have that experience, as well as my professional experiences. Yes, I had a lot to offer, but at this point, I don't care. You people, the commoner, you're on your own. Good luck. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people say, when is it going to get easier? When you die.